Look, this is a nice dashboard based on G4 account where you can change your G4 account. And we are working on this and we are creating this together. We already have header and set up theme and layout. And today we will talk about KPIs. Hey, my name is Gala. I'm a marketing analyst and Gaily Report is my project where I have online store with Looker Studio templates, blog about Google Sheets, Looker Studio for marketing. And I have some free templates that you can get as a bonus if you subscribe to my email list. And we are working on our dashboard, and this is already third video about this dashboard that we create together. Let's go to our first section. When I create a dashboard, I think that on the top we should show our main metrics in a scorecard, because you can easily see, okay, when it is your business, your like first question, okay, how much money did we get, how much money did we spend, and so on. So we have to show scorecards on the top of the dashboard. I think this is a nice practice, and you can see like super fast your main information, and it's called KPIs. I can copy it from this report. You cannot do it, but can I do it? I said I can, and like it doesn't work. funny fact. If you don't know how we get to this point, how we have this header and theme and so on, check please first and second video where we did it. So here we already continue working on it. It doesn't copy. Okay, let's create it from the scratch. I click create a text. Can I copy the text please, at least? I don't want to type it. Yeah, we have text. I align by the center. How do I do it? This is center. You see a red line. I think we're good. Font color, it's fine. I want to use 24 or maybe bigger. No, 24 is here. I want to align by center, and maybe let's do wider. Okay. Then I have subtitle. I think I know why I couldn't copy it. Let's try again. Yeah, I could copy it. So I like to have title for each section, because sometimes if we just create scorecards without title, it's like, okay, what do you want to say? Imagine we don't have this information. We see just scorecards and like, okay, what does it mean? And if we scroll below, we have to read the table before understand what inside this table. But people are lazy, right? So we don't want to make something complicated. And please, when you create a new section of dashboard, a new page, always add a header, title, and I really recommend you to add subtitle where you can add some comments like what is happening here. In this case, I explore your website metrics and so on. So this is a subtitle for this page, and we already show what user can find on this page. It's already cool, right? Then this, okay, I'll remove it later. Let's add scorecard. Finally, we can do something with data, right? So I can click add a chart. Here we have a list of different charts, and I especially did this dashboard. It may be not the best dashboard for G4 account, but this dashboard has maximum of available charts in Looker Studio. So this dashboard is for learning Looker Studio. That is why I used most of them. And we start from scorecard. We have 3 of them. It doesn't matter what you choose, because when you create one, you can go chart type and change it later. And the different actually scorecard with compact number and with dimensions, so it's like really small one. It doesn't matter. So let's go to setup and see what we can set up here. We can change data source. In fact, we cannot, because in this dashboard we have only one data source edit. When you have several, you can change it. You can blend data to mix two different data sources into one. For now, we have one data source. We don't need to do it. Primary field, metric or dimension. Normally, this is a metric. Normally. Because scorecards, usually it is total users, total sessions, total revenue. So it's something you like in most cases in marketing, at least it is a number. Then we can change which metric do we use. We can do it here, or we can do it here in total list of our metrics and dimensions. Our fields. let's be correct. And interesting point, if you click here, we have auto aggregation, and we can do nothing with it. But if we work with Google Sheets, we can do, so it is summary or maximum or minimum, so we can play around with this settings. With J4, we can't. If we have Google Sheets or BigQuery or like some more flexible data source, then J4 count. Which metrics do I have here? Active users. Let's type active users. If you noticed, we have list of fields, and we can add calculated field. Here we can write some formulas, do some scripts kind of case when, I don't know, country is whatever, Italy, then use active users. So in this case with J4 does make sense right now. Or it could be like if source is organic, please, or if source is none, please exclude this session, then null, else active user. So we can write some formulas here. But I think it could be a separate video. I think I have already a couple of videos about this. Then we already said that this is active users. Good. When we have optional metrics, what is this? If I turn it on, I can add here active users 1 day, active users 28 days, for example. Go to the view mode. If I move my mouse here, like, I have optional metrics, and the viewer of the dashboard can change active users to optional metrics that I allow them. Look, it gives you like interaction. You can interact with the dashboard. You're boss here, you create this, but your dashboard user can interact with this. Let's click edit. I don't want to give power to my users. So I will remove it for now. I don't need it right now, but sometimes it's really cool to have optional metrics, and I use it a lot in my work. Then we have Spark line. Spark, this is this nice line. I want to have it. And we have options. I want to see it by day. Yeah. And we have calculated fields, group, bin, and like some different options. But standard, if we have like 1 year date range, we can use month over month. We have last month, so it's really makes sense to use the date level. Now we see this line is too tiny, so let's make it bigger. How do you like it? I think it's okay. Then filter. Filter, it's an interesting thing because we can have filters. Resources, manage filters. We can create filter here. For example, can include and exclude. We can have a session source medium and contains whatever Google. I don't know, like something. I create some filter. We have this filter. Then filter we have on 3 levels. We have dashboard, file, report settings. We can select data source here. So this will be our main data source for the dashboard. And then can add filter. This is a filter that I created, test. And I will add it to the whole dashboard. That I don't want to have right now. It's 28 days. I said in previous videos that by default it's 30 days. Then we have page settings. View insert page. Current page settings. We can add filter for current page. So we have filter on the report level, on the page level, and we have filter on the chart level. So we can apply it to the exact chart. If we apply, so how does it work? Easy. If you apply filter for the whole dashboard, it will apply to the whole dashboard. If for one page, it will apply for the whole page, and for one chart, it will apply only for one chart. This is about filters. So I don't know, like, I don't want to spend more time on that. Maybe we can have separate video about filters and talk about them, which options do we have there. For now, you know that we have 3 levels of filters and we have them here. We have default data range filter. Let me renew the page. Yeah, September. Auto, custom. This is not... So when it is auto, when we change it means it's written like 28 days, but in fact it is like this. When we change, like, let me prove it. When I change, for example, you remember 64,300, I can change to like data range period and it will change. Let me update. So when it is auto, this scorecard will show you data range that we set up on the top of the page. If we don't have data range filter that we set up in previous video, we will have last 28 days. If we want somehow that this tile has like individual data range, we have it here, custom, and when we set up it and we change this data range filter, it will change nothing because it has this own like custom data range. This is important. I really recommend you to have auto and like use custom when you know that it's something specific and you really need it. Then we have comparison data range. Look, here we have a number and spark line, and here we have this. So I want to add it here. Comparison data range. We can compare previous period, previous year, and advanced. Advanced, we already saw this menu on the previous video, so you can set up any period, but normally it's year over year or period, like month over month. So previous period is totally fine. Apply. So it show difference. Now it's first to second to 30. It's last month our period, so it's show comparison with August, with the previous month's previous period. We have some interesting things here. Other comparison options. We have value. For example, we have so period is like September compared to August. Easy. When it is value, for example, we have a target to have 50,000 active users, and we're already above this target for 28%. And we can see it as a progression bar. So when we have a KPI, it's super fun because we can see if our KPI is 70,000, we can see that no, we are 91% of our KPI. So this is super fun. I like it, and sometimes I use it. And starting value, it could be not from 0, could be from other number. Then we have metric, so we can compare active users to total users. And we can see that active users, it's 91% of total users. Or 8.4% less than total users. I mean, it's not good comparison. I wouldn't compare like active users with total users. But if you have Google Sheets, for example, and you have 2 columns like this year, previous year, or 3 months later, or before, or something, you can use it. It could be fun. I think it's really nice flexibility. You can remove comparison, and that's what is normally we use. It's a period. Show the progress. Again, we can show it, but with a period, I think it's makes sense to show the period when it is target, but not when you compare with value. Oh, actually, yeah, when you can have, for example, you can have 2 columns, fact, plan, and you use active users as a fact and target metric as a plan. Yeah, I think this is the easiest way to apply it. And so super nice. I really love it. I use it, and I recommend you to use. What else do we have here? So setup, we already talk a lot about setup, and we observe everything what we can. And we have style. We have chart title. We can see it will look like this. Do we need it for scorecards? I don't think so. For some charts we need it. I think it's nice. Then we have conditional formatting. Super nice feature, mostly for tables. Okay, at least I like to use it for tables. So let's talk about it when we talk about tables. Then we have primary metric. A primary metric, it is main number. We can use compact numbers. I don't think that we need right now, but when you have like bigger number, you can use it. You have some decimal precision. I think I don't need to explain. Comparison field, you see green and red that we set up on theme. Check first video if you don't know how. Then we have comparison field. This is little number. We can use it again, use compact number, but it's 30, so it doesn't make sense. And decimals, I think 0 could be fine here. I don't need so precise. I don't want to be so precise. And by default it is by percent, but we can show total change in number of users, and we can hide it. Title, months over months, for example, we can write like this to see what we compare. Then we have spark line is green because green is first chart in our chart palette. If you don't know, check the first video. Then we can fill it. Did I do it here? Yeah, I did. We can make it smooth. Oh, let's make it bigger so that you can see. Yeah. So where am I? So fill, not fill. Smooth, not smooth. Missing data. This is nice. If someday we have 0, what should we do with this? We can do line to 0, or we can line break, so it will be like empty space, or we can linear interpolation. I think for scorecard we can keep this. Missing data, it could be no data, or it could be like any. I don't have a recommendation. I think it's like personal preference. What you like to see. I like minimalism, so I like to show 0 or like this. Then font color. We are super nice when we set up theme and layout. I don't need to change it here for each tile. Then, we can hide it, but I want to keep it. Then we align to the center because I just like it. Nothing more. You can listen it or not. Doesn't matter. And I think that's it. What I need to do it here, and I think we are fine with scorecard. How many? Yeah, I did a background here. Let me see how did I do it. Actually, I like how it's really header font color. La la la. Font color. Where is my background? Background. Interesting. Why it is. Really interesting. How it's really weird. Okay, so it's here, but somehow it's. Okay, it's just this gray color. It's not a gray color. It is transparent. It's a dark color. It's a gray, and I use like transparent. So, what size is it? Okay, no square. This is a background. So what I do with scorecards, we can keep it like this. We can do normally how I do style. I do a border, something like this. Actually, we should do round. We should round our corners. So I can do like this, or I can do background. Let's do. I copy paste this color. I did this color or some gray color, and I did it transparent here. I added transparency. And border I remove here, border color transparent. So this is our chart, and I have 6 tiles here, so I don't know which size can I make. So I do this. I do 6 copies. I do, for example, like this and like this. I select all of them and I do distribute horizontally. Oh, they're too big. So I select all of them, I make it smaller. I again go to the right side and select all of them and distribute horizontally. Still too big. Let's do it again. So I do something like this. And this way I horizontally even a bit more. Even a bit more. Even a bit more. Let me do distribute horizontally. Yeah, I think it's fine. And distribute vertically on the top. This is my nice line of scorecards, and I can make it a bit smaller. Kind of like this. Kind of like this. I think we are fine. Then we have active users. So you know for sure that it is active users. I like when we talk about scorecards, I like to have like 4, 5, 6, maximum 8, not more. Because if you have too many priorities, you don't have priorities, right? So I think 6 is super nice number. And which metrics to choose here? Normally, if you know business, you know what is important to business. You can ask your stakeholders how you can. Normally, you can offer something, and stakeholders will fix it. In J4, we can open J4 account and check what do they have here, and what is important to a business. What do you want to see? I did something I do something default stuff here, nothing like special, but you can select other scorecards if you need. So for me, for example, is interested in new users. It's already fast because we already set up everything. We just change a metric, average session duration. Is it a formula or not here? Let me check. No, it's not formal. Good. Average session duration, event count. Maybe it's better to have conversion. Conversions, not all events, just conversions. Then let's imagine that we have e-commerce, we have engagement rate. Okay, no, let's do purchases. Total purchases, for example, and revenue. Total revenue. Oh, total revenue is a huge number, right? It's not nice to see that. We go here and use compact number. Hey, here. And like this. Or maybe decimal one. Yeah. Interesting moment. You see, this is a really long title and it's not fit to our tile. So what we can do, we go to setup, edit, and we can write whatever we want to write. I make it a bit shorter to have it. I think that is it about this section. We observed scorecards and we created our first dashboard section, and we already know our main data. Wait, I want to change one thing. I wrote this comparison label. I think I want to hide it. I wanted to change color, but we don't. Labels. All labels, okay. Okay, I cannot change separate color for this month over month, unfortunately. Maybe they will fix it later, but because I would like to make it not so bright. But it's okay. So let's finish this video, right? We already did a super good job. We created our KPI section and we talked about KPIs, and now this dashboard started to look as a dashboard. Look, yeah, super cool, right? Next video we continue to work on this and observe as a type of chart and what is available in a Looker Studio. Hope you like it. Please interact with this video, leave a comment, likes, follow my channel, follow my blog. I have some special discount for connectors, for example. You can ask me, I will send you a special code. And see you in the next video, right? Bye bye.